reaction to Ben Simmons' first career NBA three-pointer on the Sixers broadcast. Very enthusiastic. I believe it was his first three-pointer in more than 1,000 days, if you go back more. Well, how big a deal is it, Tracy, that he did this?
Well, it's a very big deal.
And without thinking about it, right?
Yeah, the shot looks so fluid to me, right? Like he's done it several times. I don't know why he's so uncomfortable with shooting his shot, because for me, I mean, he's such a great player at driving the basketball. Transition, he's a problem. But I don't know, I don't think he realized how much better he would be if he started knocking down, or just taking a shot and knocking it down at a 35% rate, right? What that would do for his game and for his team chances of elevating themselves to the elite status in this league.
I think it's a huge deal. I think it's an absolutely huge deal, and he needed to get it out of the way. The Sixers want him to shoot threes. They've been very open about that. They call plays for him to be in the corner, where shooting a three is one of the options. He's going to have to shoot it, and the key is he can't now go 5 straight games without taking one. He has to keep taking them. It doesn't have to take 5 a game. He has to keep taking them, because the more he takes them, the less it's a huge deal, and the people are giving him an ovation, and the announcers are going crazy. It just needs to be normalized.
Preseason. This was back in preseason. I mean, look, he and I talked at training camp, and he told me, I'm gonna take shots. I get it. I need attempts. I'm just gonna do it. And then we did see it a little bit in preseason. We didn't see it, frankly, to start the season. And the conversation I had with him was just saying, look, I don't think people out there are going to give you a hard time for shooting and not making it, but they will start giving you a hard time for not shooting. Well, you're at the point now, it was in the first year, everyone was like, hey, let him just work himself into the NBA. If he doesn't attempt more, I think that's where the criticism is going to come. It's not going to come if he doesn't make them. Everyone knows he needs a grace period to try.
And I also think, I mean, the Sixers have had a lot of noise around them for the past whatever years.
Right.
And this is noise. The questions about his jump shot is noise. The teammates know that there are sets that are designed for him to shoot corner threes, and I think it's just natural. Like, if it just never happens, there will be frustration almost organically, and he just needs to shoot them.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, I think you're putting pressure on other guys that you're playing with, right? If you don't take those shots, because the defense is just going to sag off. They're going to sit in Joel Embiid's lap. They're going to double off you and help on Al Horford. Like, you don't want that. So to open up the floor, you got to start taking these shots. You have to start taking these shots. And it looks damn good.
That's the thing. He makes them in practice. I mean, anybody who watches him practice, he makes them. And I just think you got to look at what's happened with Giannis. There's been, and look, we showed on the show that it gets played when he airballs. Giannis has airballed on free throws multiple times this season. He's airballed, but he keeps taking them.
He doesn't shy away from
them. And when he was that game in LA here, I think he made 4 3-pointers. So
4 for 4.
There you go.
And by the way, free throws are connected. Ben's free throws are way down this year. He can't be afraid to go to the line. Like, it just needs, there's just clearly things that need to happen.
You just need to go do it. Now, you mentioned that the Sixers have been through so much, so much. Zach, you wrote a story this morning. You really spent some time with them. What did you learn, especially about the Simmons-Embiid relationship?
I think they're making an effort. You know, there was a story going around the team that I wrote about, that they were at an off night in Utah, and Joel Embiid and Josh Richardson were watching the Bulls-Lakers game on TV at the hotel lounge, and Ben came down to watch with them, and people around the team, there were staff there, people around the team were like, oh, that's interesting, and it would not have happened last year. Not that they're enemies or anything like that, it just wouldn't have happened. And I think after, I mean, the litany of crazy things that have happened to them, they feel like everyone's here on a long-term deal. Let's see what this team is. Let's have they're going out to dinner, 13, 14 guys, and I think that stuff does matter. But what really matters is how those two guys fit on the court. It's not a clean fit. I don't think it's ever going to be a clean fit on offense. On defense, it has a chance. They have a chance to be special.
Do you think, like, were you friends with all your teammates always? Did you need to at least have some off-court relationship with them?
Not at all. Like, I didn't have to hang out with my teammates in order for us to form chemistry on the basketball court. Like, I didn't go to dinner all the time with my teammates. Rarely went to dinner with Yao, right? I mean, because we were the 2 best players on the team. Like, but we formed a great chemistry on the basketball court without having to hang out with each other off of it. Like, I wasn't going and sipping green tea with Yao and crossing my legs and talking whatever, he does. No, we show up, we have a great relationship in practice, and we carry it over into the games. It's what it is. Now, some guys may have to, go out, have dinner, and really figure out, do's and don'ts and the likes and don'ts and stuff like that. So, I mean, to each his own. Everybody is a little different. Kobe and Shaq didn't always get along. They didn't hang out. They won, 3 in a row? Yeah, so
when you're 2 of the 3 best players or whatever they were at the time.
What are these 2 guys?
Not 2 of the 3 best players in the league.
league.
Not Shaq and Kobe. I mean, Shaq and Kobe. It doesn't matter. Like if you have Shaq and Kobe, you're gonna win.
Look, I asked Joel about this as far back as last season, and he has said, "Yeah, I like Ben. He likes me. We're just not the same kind of guy."
Yeah.
And I think that that's true. But to your point, maybe they need to.
I mean, who knows? Tracy's right that the stuff that matters is on the basketball court.
Right.
Maybe these dinners, maybe a conversation comes out of them at some point where it's, that someone grows more comfortable to say, "Hey, Ben, you got to shoot." I don't know. Who knows?
Well, when you said, "Hey, one of the reasons Ben needs to shoot is because of the pressure it puts on his other teammates." That would be the best thing for Ben and Joel's relationship. Is that if Ben is shooting more and creating more space? Because there you go. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.